Ready?
It's Boogie.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Welcome to the Builder Sessions, a podcast where we chat with your favorite builders.
We get to know them, their stories, and hopefully inspire you to get off the couch and build something cool. I'm Bud.
And I'm Rosie. And on this episode, we kick off the new season with a new co-host, new intro music. Let us know if you love it or hate it.
All this and more on this episode of the Builders Sessions.
Love that. How do you like that music?
I'm feeling it.
You feeling it?
I'm vibing.
I like it. You like it?
He's good.
You can comment on Spotify if you like not just if you like that, but you can comment on Spotify now. So do that, and it helps us gain traction.
Give us a thumbs up or whatever the
something.
Spotify equivalent is.
Yeah, I don't know, something algorithmic.
Ooh.
Hey everybody, welcome back. I know it's been crazy. It's been a while, and it's been really busy and hectic. There's a long story there. Long story long, hopefully not, but long story short, we took a break. Hoff and I took a break over the summer, like from the show, not from each other. We're taking a break. So we took a break in the summertime, which started in May, because we're leading up to the summer.
Yep.
And then after that, my wife and I ended up buying this place that we have a studio space now, which is pretty rad. That was in August, and then the people took possession of our old place. The day that the people took possession of our old place was my first day back to work, and then it's just been like right into it ever since. And we just haven't had time. And then all of a sudden, summer break turned into like a 7-month hiatus. So we're back, but this isn't Hoff, as you can tell. Hoff decided, and like from day one, we were very clear with everybody and with each other for sure, that our number one is our family. Time with our family is number one. If this show can never get in the way of our commitments with our family, and everything involved with that. So now Hoff is in a season of his life where his family is starting to get busier. He's got lots going on, a lot of big things happening in his life. So he just decided that this is time for him to kind of step back, and he's still going to be part of the team. He's always welcome. The door's always open for him. We're still very, very, very good friends, and nothing's like changed in that. It's not like, it wasn't like an awkward disagreement situation or anything like that. It was just like, hey, I think I need to like step back for a bit. And I was like, cool. Do you mind if I find another co-host? He's like, no, it's all good. So here we are. And this is Bud.
What's up?
We call him Bud, but his real name's Brendan.
Shh, don't tell.
But yeah, Bud and Rosie. How's that sound? The Builder Sessions with Bud and Rosie.
It sounds like a 1990s like rock station radio show.
Bud and Rosie coming at you
with 8 hours of classic rock.
Yeah. If you're not there, you better be dead or in jail. And if you're in jail, break out. Yeah. One of those. Also, I just noticed we need some like sound editing because it's pretty poppy in here. Yeah. Well, we're working on it. Okay. So this is in the shop. I'm very blessed to have this garage shop space in our new place, and we're working on the studio. We got some cool ideas coming for you. May or may not involve a booth.
Big fan of the booth.
Big booth fan. So we're hoping.
Big booth guy over here.
We'll see. So let's talk a bit about you. Let's introduce, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bud. Just crickets. See, we should have put the cricket thing on there.
It can work.
Okay, so who are you and what the hell are you doing here?
Well, I'm Bud, and
why are you on a podcast about builders?
Well, you see, my former neighbor, Rosie over here.
Yeah, I used to live like 4 houses down from him.
Yeah, it was wild. It was awesome. I definitely like this shop a little bit more than the other one. It's a little
Yeah,
more
like the single car garage.
breathing room.
That was brutal. Anyways,
I mean, the small shop had its appeal.
yeah, fair enough. No, it didn't.
Yeah, but I guess
Who are you?
I'm Bud, and Rosie reached out to me a few weeks ago, and he's like, "Hey, man, you do building things.
Yes.
You come from a family that has built stuff. Do you want to talk about it?" And I said, "Absolutely, yes."
But he thought it was, I just invited him to like go for coffee or share his feelings or something.
Nah, I don't
No.
have feelings.
Fair enough.
Takes time away from math.
Men don't share their feelings, do they?
No, we repress them, and then it blows up in drywall or something.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's very healthy.
But yeah, so I was like, okay, we need this co-host. Gotta find something like another person to co-host this show. And then I was like, wait a second. I get along with Brendan, Bud. I get along with Bud.
I know a guy who knows a guy.
And like you dabble. He's got an XJ,
I do.
which is pretty rad.
It's older than me.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. XJs are older than everybody, aren't they? He's got an XJ. And it's got like a lift, and it's got bigger tires on. It's got a swing away rear bumper.
It's got a winch.
It's got a winch.
Never had to use the winch. Haven't had a reason to yet.
Because it's an XJ. But yeah, so that was, and then you're putting in a steam shower in your house, and you've done all sorts of like home improvement-y stuff.
Yeah, I grew up in a house where it at times felt like it was in a constant renovation, whether outdoors or indoors. We built a garage. I worked for food with some family friends, redoing their basement in high school. Learned a lot.
You worked for food?
Yeah, pretty much.
So they paid you in like
Well,
casseroles?
they did actually pay me, but
Not like cash rolls, but casseroles. Oh, that was good.
it was pork chops
Oh.
actually.
Oh, fair enough.
No, I helped them, learned a lot, and mostly it kept me from annoying the heck out of my parents. So I think that was the real thing.
Fair enough.
And they're like, well, he could be doing drugs. It could be worse.
Could be worse. Yeah,
It
yeah,
could be
yeah.
a lot worse.
As you're demolishing your home. At least he's not on crack. That's what. It's like, okay, well, it's pretty bad too.
I mean, that could
the
be
house has a hole in the wall.
genuine concern in some circles.
Okay, and then so.
But yeah, I did that, and then I took a hiatus from building or renovating anything when I was doing school.
What'd you take in school?
I took physics.
Do you have a physics degree?
I do have a physics degree, a bachelor's of science in physics. I got the piece of paper that says
So
I'm
he's
good.
smart.
I think I'm allowed to say that I'm good at math now.
I mean, I'd say so with a physics degree. I didn't even have like high school math. Well, I do, but I don't. Long story. So like that's awesome.
yeah, and if anything, that taught me how to learn, not necessarily like actual useful information, but learning how to learn and kind of instilled this desire in me to acquire skills and just to know how to do things.
And that's the whole point of this show is to inspire people and learn their stories. So, and then so what do you do now?
I work as a purchaser for a company that repairs electrical motors
Hooray!
and pumps and does big automated panels for factories, and basically anything electrical that is broken, we will do our best to fix.
Have you used your physics degree in your everyday job? And it's okay if you say no.
Kind of aspects of my degree, the problem solving part, because that's when interviewing for any sort of position, I always get asked like, well, what do you do with the physics degree? And the arrogance in me would say whatever I want.
Whatever you can't. That's what I can do.
but
Wait, I don't have the job?
whatever I want. But usually I just tell people, think of it more as like a degree in problem solving, that we just happen to use math and
I like that.
data science as a tool to solve a problem. So
That's rad.
yeah, so I did a lot of data analysis. So I work in spreadsheets a fair bit, and
Ooh, are you a big spreadsheet guy?
I am a freak in the sheets. Yes.
Oh, I love a good spreadsheet. I love a good formula. I love cell references, but I love like the hardcore like
Pivot tables. That's where it's at.
what? Pivot tables?
Pivot tables and graphs.
But I like the like dark web formula stuff. Like not dark web, but like the stuff that not everyone knows that it can do that you can make it do.
Like making a web browser.
You can do that.
Oh yeah, I've never done that, but I have seen it done.
So are spreadsheets like the Minecraft of like
The entire financial world.
Yeah.
Yes.
because like you can make a computer with a web browser in it in Minecraft.
I mean,
With what is it? Redstone? I don't know.
Redstone. Actually, me and a buddy when I was in university, we made a. I don't want to say quantum computer, but a really really rudimentary like logic gates, Boolean logic gates with Redstone in Minecraft, and then started doing.
He's nerding.
Yeah,
I like it. I'm here for it.
it was mostly my friend. I was doing actual homework at that time, and he was not doing school.
Not.
I don't exactly remember what he was doing. His parents had like a retreat facility up in kind of central Alberta, and so he was deeply invested in that.
Nice. That's interesting.
But yeah, I guess in a more functional way, I do use my educational background because I took a lot of classes on electricity and magnetism, and that's how AC induction motors work.
Yes.
Is
Okay.
fancy electricity and magnets.
So we got someone that has smarter than me, which I mean that doesn't take. Hoff was too. It doesn't take much. I know. But in all seriousness, we're glad to have you. I'm glad to have you,
I'm happy to be here.
and it's exciting. So we have a lot coming up. We have some really exciting guests coming up. I don't want to tease them because as soon as I do like a hint, I have this like hint in mind, but I don't want to use it because if I do, you'll just get it right away. Oh, okay. I'll tease it. And then put your guess in the comments of this episode.
Just
Um,
put it in the closet with a mothball. It'll be fine.
Speaking of electricity, that's all I'm going to say for a guest coming up, which is really, I'm pretty pumped about that. And then we have some other guests that are in the works. Couple back and forth emails. We're waiting for just some confirmations, which is really exciting. We also are doing videos. I have a video coming out soon on my setup and horrible installation of the heater that I heater that I got, the heat storm heater that I got for this place.
That's a metal sounding name. Heat storm.
Heat storm.
Heat storm.
It's like another X-Man.
Yeah,
Heat storm because it's storm, but it's like
but it's just only like fire tornadoes.
it's heat storm. Only heat storms. So in other news, we're excited. Speaking of this place, we're also kind of doing some videos for the YouTube channel. And I recorded a video. Heat Storm was very generous and sent us a heater. And I did a setup video and an installation video. And the installation, like, I've never claimed to be an expert in woodworking. Let's just say that, right, real quick. And I like measured out the studs. I was putting it on like I was putting it like corner to corner. I don't know, you can see it over there. I don't even want to show you. It's over there. See all those screws on the sides? Oh my gosh, it's hideous. But so it's in a corner, and I wanted to put a piece across and then hang the heater, bolt the heater to that piece across. And I did the math, which took me, I have a math learning disability, and he has a math like gift. And so I have this math problem, and I'm trying to figure it out. And I finally figured out the angles. So I cut them. I have this little miter saw, Cobalt miter saw, not a sponsor. And I cut it out, put it up there because I was measuring like from stud to stud. So it wasn't like exactly, it was like shifted because I had to hit the studs, 24-inch centers. And I was like, sweet. So I started drilling, and I'd put this like first 4 or 2 screws on like the outside edges of this 1x2, 1x3, 2x3, something like that.
They look like 2x4s to me.
No,
I mean,
maybe it is.
I was a
Yeah,
lumber,
that's a 2x4.
I was a lumber salesman.
No, that's definitely a 2. See, I'm such an idiot. And so I put them on the outside, and I like missed the studs completely. I was like, shoot. It's still got, because this is like half inch. So it caught that at least. Then I like moved them in, and then I caught the stud, and then I did 2 more. So each of these boards have like 4 screws going in, and it's just horrible. I could hang on it. I'm 219 pounds. I can hang on this stupid thing, so it's not going to go anywhere.
I was gonna say the heat storm is very localized to that corner.
The
now.
heat storm is not as, I mean, it's contrary to what I believe a heat storm would do. It's not moving.
No.
And then Hoff goes, in his wisdom, I sent him a picture, and he's like, just kind of shakes his head, laughs. He's like, you should probably put something on the back and anchor it to the ceiling too, just for extra stability. And I was like, oh, you're so smart. So I did that, and I didn't hit any studs on the ceiling. I just went through the plywood, but I like can hang off it. It's horrible, but it's like, I don't know. It works. It's functional.
Well,
But that's the point. I'm trying to learn. If it was metal, it'd be a completely different story. But I don't know anything, and I'm trying to learn. And that's the whole point of this. If I hired someone to do it, or if I got Hoff to do it or something. If you don't know, Hoff's a cabinet maker by trade.
I did not know that, but that's
So he's like a pro. Like he's like got the high standard. Like this doesn't look good.
fine woodworking.
Yes, very much so. And he's very talented. And so that's not me. So what ended up happening was a bit of a yard sale, but it's a functional yard sale and it works. Will I find time? Maybe I'll find time. But will I find another way to do it in the future? Absolutely. But it works. And we're here.
The previous owner in my garage had a heater in there, and they just used like an eye bolt threaded into the ceiling.
Oh, nice.
And just hooked it on there somehow.
Yeah.
I presume.
So I digress. It was just
you made it work. That's what's
we
important.
made it work. All that to say, we're doing some videos. I also filmed a video of me replacing my transmission mount to my WJ, which is cool, and this is replacing the seats in the WJ. My WJ seat, it's an O2, and so the right hand. I used to lean a lot. Do you guys like lean? Are you a leaner when you're driving? You do like the lean?
I do a lot of leaning like on the center console.
That's what I'm
Just
talking.
like,
Yeah.
just-
Yeah. And so that, I mean, I got it a few years ago, so it was already kind of worn in, but then I like decimated it, and then it threw my hips out and my lower spine, and it like bulged a disc, and then it pinched my sciatic nerve, and then I wasn't able to walk properly. Getting old. I'm only 39
Damn, dude, you're old.
and out of shape. Well, I'm getting there.
Well,
I've been getting up in the morning at 5 and been working out. It's a whole thing.
Got that dog in you.
Getting there. I'm getting there. So, anyways, we got lots coming. We're doing the podcast in video, as you can see, in 60 FPS, which is pretty rad. And then we'll have some videos around the shop doing stuff. We'll be working on Bud's Jeep. We'll be working on filming some stuff for. He's putting in a steam shower. Tell us about that.
Well, it's a fully functional steam shower now. We're just gonna put little bits and bobs of trim on and fix a little drywall mishap. But other than that,
Anger? Was it anger?
No,
Oh,
it was. I didn't know how to measure properly, and I was about hour 10 of a long day, and the math was not mathing.
Thank you for sharing that. It's nice to know that the math doesn't math for a physics person as well.
The math I do is not at all practical. It's all algebraic garbage.
Yeah, why? What's the point of algebra? You know?
I can answer that question, but maybe not on this podcast.
Well, that's what an hour or two long answer.
I have a 4-year degree that tells me how to answer that question.
Bed mass and beyond. That's what you should start
Bed mass and beyond, or
instead of bed bath and beyond.
the right hand rule. That's a big one in physics, or the left hand rule if you want to get even.
I don't know what that means. If
It's-
you know what that means, put it in the comments.
Next episode, I will explain.
Please don't. I mean,
It's super quick. We have fun science fact of the episode.
Yes, we'll see. And if we forget, I mean, it's fine.
Feel free to shame us in the comments.
Yeah. Either way, even negative comments probably gets it up in the algorithm. I don't know how that all works. But anyways, here we are. We're back. We're excited. We have some, like I said, we have some guests booked. We have some videos kind of in the hopper coming along. We just released the episode from the Idaho Painter, which was really fun. Hoff's last episode, so I hope you enjoyed that. And yeah, we're really going to try to take this thing to the next level this year with the shop space. And we have, I'm so pumped. Can we talk about the booth?
Yeah.
We're trying to I've been trying to think of backdrops and studio setups forever. And when I'm trying to think about this space, I've been thinking about what can we put here? Because right now it's a wall with a flag and a busted knuckle garage sign that Hoff got me for my birthday one year. It's actually pretty awesome.
And Hoonigan.
And like an old 1967 Alberta license plate, which is pretty sweet. But I'm like, what would look good? How could we arrange this? Do we get like a radio station table thing with that guests could sit around and whatever? And then I'm like, what about a restaurant booth? And at first, those booths with the table and then they have like the booths facing each other. I was like, that would be awesome. And then Bud over here sends me one and it's like this, what do they call it even?
It's like a corner booth. I spent a lot of time on Facebook Marketplace, much to my wife's chagrin.
Fair enough.
And my own.
Don't lie.
And
There's no chagrining.
Well, a little bit.
Little chagrin?
There's been some impulse buys.
Okay.
On both parts.
I could see the chagrin in that.
But yeah, I found this like corner restaurant booth. The vinyl looked to be in good condition. Comes with a table. The price was like
very cheap.
Very, very affordable.
Like when I say very cheap, I'm talking like think about how much it is and then knock off a couple $100. Like it's almost too cheap to be true.
However, this vendor on Facebook Marketplace is not responding to any of my.
I even sent it.
You did? Oh man!
Like,
I really hope this isn't sold. This would be so cool.
It's called a breakfast nook bench and table. It's basically a corner booth at a restaurant with a table in the middle, and we want to put it like right here, and we'd sit in the booth, and then because there's a lot of local guests here that actually have decent, like a very good following on social media and on YouTube, and want to invite them over and interview them in our studio, and a booth would be the most rad thing ever. If any of you have a booth and you want to ship it up to Canada, let us know.
I work in logistics. I will gladly arrange the freight.
That'd be expensive.
Not as expensive as you might think.
He works in logistics.
This is my world.
He's got a physics degree. Physgistics. Stupid. Hashtag phys. Don't Google physgistics, okay? It's not a good thing.
That's opening a can of worms that I don't think anybody should
open.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll get flagged. Like at work, you'll get flagged for your browser history. You'll probably get flagged for that. Anyways, yeah. Anything else you want to share about yourself? Hobbies include long walks on the path.
Yes, actually, I do.
Not
I
on
love
the beach. We don't have beaches around here.
I do love a good walk, a good hike in the mountains. And got really into weightlifting. I got to kind of restart that habit again, but I got real strong there for a bit. And oddly enough, I've been singing in a choir for well over a decade now.
Nice.
And
you have baritone?
Baritone, bass, depends on what is required of me.
Cool.
Not like a true bass. Like there's some stuff I wish I could do. I'm no Avi Kaplan, but
Gesundheit.
Thank you. But yeah, no, it's another creative outlet, and
that's cool.
Yeah,
I used to sing in a band.
You did. I for
we
a bit.
We didn't need to talk about that.
I had that band shirt though. It was lime green and yeah.
You had the shirt?
I had the shirt, yeah, and I had a pair of basketball shoes that matched it. They were lime green and purple leopard print.
I think I remember seeing. Jeez.
Yeah.
I didn't know we had shirts.
Yeah, and I remember like I was in high school when they had this too.
Yeah,
Because
I'm old, but it was fun. So yeah, singing's cool.
yeah,
But yeah, we're really excited to get going again. This podcast has been burning a hole in my pocket. You know, when there's like something you really know you need to do and you want to do it, but you're really tired sometimes and busy, but then not doing it gets you more stressed out than doing it. But like when you're doing it, it's like that was fun. I'm excited. It's one of those. But yeah, I think that's it.
yeah. Everyone can talk at length about themselves. I think if given enough
Who's-
opportunity.
I mean,
But,
you're looking at the. Let me tell you. Let me tell you something.
Well, that's like rule number one of sales is or like making a friend is get them talking about themselves, right? So
It's true. Dating. That's the dating part.
absolutely, ask
Tell
questions.
me about yourself. See, you get all sorts of stuff in the builder. We build tables, we build cars, we build relationships. It's all about relationships, as one of my colleagues would say. He goes, it's all about relationships, whatever this means. Anyhow,
That could be taken a number of ways. Whatever pressurizes your submarine, brother.
yes, exactly. So, in that, all that being said, we got some fancy new outro music here. We'll play that.
It's
It's
a
the same.
bob.
It's the same thing, but it's fun. So, in closing, what we want to say is thank you. Also, first of all, thank you so much for all you guys for listening since day one. We really appreciate it. Thank you for listening on Spotify or tuning in on YouTube. Tuning in. What is this? 1975.
Tell you what,
Thanks
kids, you got
for-
moxie.
Thanks for adjusting your rabbit ears and.
Thank you for ignoring actually important things and listening to us yap.
Yeah, this drivel. Thanks for, listening to us up until now. Thanks for listening to this episode. Please feel free to, like, comment, subscribe, share, whatever it is, comment. I said that already. But yeah, we want to get some interaction. We want to build up this community again. Not that it's gone away, but it's been a little stagnant. We want to get it hopping. Invite everyone to go over to our social media. We have everything linked in the show notes of this episode and in the description if it's on YouTube. Take a look, have a gander. We are also working on creating a newsletter, which you get early access to all the stuffs and updates and that type of thing. We won't spam you. Promise we won't spam you, but you can get up to date, keep up to date with the show and everything we got going on. But until then, all that and more,